I want to welcome you back to Black Site. Tonight we're to talk about Shedeur Sanders should be quarterback opening day. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. In OTAs, Shedeur Sanders has been the best quarterback the Browns have had. We know that Kenny Pickett, we know that Joe Flacco, and we know that Dillon Gabriel is there. But Shedeur Sanders has elite skills, and even people like former GM Mike Tannenbaum, Colin Cowherd, and others are starting to say this is the guy that should start opening day. And it's extremely simple. I know Kevin Stefanski doesn't want to make that move, but let me tell you, I told you about Pete Carroll back in the day. When Pete Carroll had Russell Wilson and Adam Flynn, Adam Flynn signed that big contract, came over to Seattle, and he had him compete against Russell. That third round draft pick, Russell Wilson, took that ball and started with the Seattle Seahawks and led them to a Super Bowl title, and they lost another one the following year. So if Kevin Stefanski is not scared that if he starts Shedeur Sanders and he will lose his job, if he's comfortable and the owner, Jimmy Haslam, has told him you have your job, he should go with Shedeur Sanders. Dillon Gabriel is a short quarterback. He has excellent skills for college. But does he have what we would call the quarterback stature, quarterback skills, quarterback ability, all the things that can make you a next level quarterback in this position? And hopefully he makes that decision. But you know it has so many things to do what goes on within the confines of the organization. How comfortable is the GM? How comfortable is the coach? And what is the temperature of the owner? See, when you're scared and you don't have a lot of time, you usually go with the most experienced quarterback. You believe that that quarterback gives you an opportunity to win. But what we saw in Washington, D.C. last year with the Commanders, them starting a rookie quarterback and going to the NFC Championship game against the world champion Eagles, has given Shedeur Sanders a better opportunity to start for the Cleveland Browns, believe it or not. Because you know that a rookie quarterback can take you to next level football. If given the opportunity, given the players, one thing they have, the Browns have an excellent offensive line. Nice running game, solid receivers. They got a world champion, probably a top 10 defense in the NFL. And if they can get some stability at that quarterback position, some things can happen. In that division, it's a tough division. You know you have Lamar Jackson, you have my boy down in Cincinnati, and you got you in Pittsburgh. So basically you can make some steps in this division if you choose the right quarterback. And I believe that Shedeur Sanders right now is the right quarterback. Yes, he's going to make mistakes. He's not going to be perfect. And I keep telling people, I saw Josh Allen. This kid was way ahead of Josh Allen. When he came to Buffalo, I thought that he was going to be a bust. But if you have the proper quarterback coach, proper offensive coordinator, good head coach, good owner and GM who believes in that quarterback, and if he's taught the fundamentals of how to throw the ball and knowing the offense, that quarterback can turn out not to be just an MVP. Josh Allen broke all kind of records in the NFL. So you can make that difference for this team, Kevin Stefanski. If this kid goes into training camp with a true opportunity to be the starter, And if he does, let him see if he can win it in training camp. Give him the OTA. Give him the reps. Because if you give him the reps in training camp, I'm telling you right now, the kid is going to tear it up because he's one of the most accurate quarterbacks that have ever come out of college. Remember, he played with one of the worst offensive lines in college football. His junior year, it got better. His junior year, senior year, it got better the following year. But now that he's with an NFL team and a good offensive line, can you imagine what this kid can do with some time in the pocket? And he still has solid athletic ability. This is up to the Browns. The Browns had made a multitude of mistakes at this position. Baker Mayfield took him to the playoffs a couple of years ago. They got rid of him for Deshaun Watson in a $230 million contract. And we see what happened with that. It went all downhill after that. Deshaun Watson wasn't the same player in Houston than what happened in Cleveland. Then he tore his Achilles heel. Will they make that mistake again? They're going to have a sit down with the owner and say, hey, this kid gives us the best opportunity to win. Even if you don't start him opening day. Say you go with Pickett. Flacco is the backup. And they end up 3-5, 2-6. Do you bring this kid in and say, hey, let's start him for the second half of the season. Let's see how he can ride the wave of this team. Because that's kind of like what the Bills did with Josh Allen. Put him in at the end of the season. He went through his process. He got better by that last game against Miami. And everything is written. He flew the coop. And that's what they have to do with Shedeur Sanders. This kid should be starting opening day. And you know, an offensive coordinator knows what he sees. He knows talent when he sees it. But he's just scared to say it. Now, in a couple of months, starting in July, a month away, in July, he has that opportunity. Hopefully, he gives this kid an opportunity to be the starter of the Cleveland Browns. I want to thank you for listening to Black Sight. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.